Hello, Happy New Year. Haven't seen you in a while. It's been a long while of sickness, teeth pulling, busyness, motherhood, business life, crappy technology. Finally have a new phone. I have some new things to tinker with, so I feel like I can put the fun back into making these videos. And I figured I would do something a little different because, it was a great idea waking up to do something I enjoy, which is like filming, creating. I found, the times my kiddos would wake up in the middle of filming it, just sitting there at the desk, it wasn't really realistic to think I can sit through that and continue. And then I'd be halfway through a video and it would cut off, and then I'd just be upset because I wouldn't want to film it anymore. And I went into this, so excited, going to do this once a week, put it out there. Obviously shit happens, and in the spirit of pivot, I don't even know where I'm looking, so I got this new camera. In the spirit of pivoting, let's figure out how to work smarter, not harder here. I figured maybe I can do a little laundry body doubling. Body doubling. Let's try pairing this with something that, should be done, has to be done. And it's kind of hard to do on your own when you have ADHD. So I figured it might be helpful to shoot the shit and body double. So if you have a pile of laundry to do, save this video for then. Just have a seat. We'll talk about some things. We'll talk about the spirit of pivoting and trying something new and reframing failure to another opportunity to just try. So I've got some clothes here. We'll see how it goes. Let me know if you have any suggestions for any changes in these kind of videos. But I don't know. Let's get into it. And it didn't really have too much I didn't have much planned in talking about this, and obviously there probably won't be a lot of editing if we're doing like a live in-person body doubling, but I'm glad to see you here in the new year. Something's on the go for me. Full-time private practice now, so not too much juggling or balancing other obligations of going into agency work, the travel, just like the different hats, different feels. So I'm excited about that. So I have a bit more time to work on the project that I've been manifesting and just having random ideas about all over the place now. It's packed, ready to go, hoping to launch for March, not hoping, I'm going to. So that's quite, the scary part of saying you're going to do something and now going out to do it, putting the pieces together. So I'm hoping that I can find some more periods of, just calm, periods of optimal stress levels to get some things done that have to be done. So I'm excited to do it. I feel like I've got more energy now than I have in a while to tackle some of the tasks I have to do. But the program, I'll tell you a bit about that. So it's a hybrid coaching educational program where we have a bit of that self-study for your postpartum, or if you still identify with the postpartum period, wellness entrepreneur. So anybody, any mama who's in the entrepreneurial field, who is also, working with individuals and ensuring that their wellness is where they want it to be. And I chose that kind of as my purple little duck, as the people I want to work with. Because not only are you're giving your all to, business, giving your all to your family, hoping there's at least a sliver left for yourself. Like you're also sharing a slice of your empathy pie with other people who might not be in the where they're at, where they want to be with their health. And that, I noticed that takes a lot of mental, emotional, physical effort to hold that space in the wellness avenue. And then what does that leave for yourself? So this would be a program where it kind of coach you through, figuring out and managing those levels of burnout, figuring out how we're going to set the foundation for how you make your decisions to care for yourself, which would be based in your values and what actually fills your cup, not only through just like physical self-care for yourself, but like what brings you joy, like what challenging activities are actually in alignment with how you want to live your life, so that you can figure out like, where is this energy going? Is this going into something that I think I should be doing or feel I should be doing because somebody else is doing it, or like this is my job as a mother, I have to do this, this, and that? Or is it something, task that actually makes sense with your goals your goals that you have for your business, the goals that you have for your family life, like for yourself, your self-development, like that it's in alignment with the reason why you started a business in the first place, which is probably to have a different kind of like work-life setup, to have more time with your family, to be in control of how you share your gifts and practice in your profession. So kind of getting back to that, so starting with the basis of recognizing your signs of burnout, figuring out if there's compassion fatigue or sort of vicarious trauma there, and how to really reset the foundations for self-care, and then how self-care fits into the bigger picture once you kind of have those basics covered. Figuring out what boundaries need to be set for business, for family life, and how to do it, how to communicate that, reframing that perfectionist mindset that we have that can keep us feeling stuck in like decision fatigue and just feeling like we're failing, and even more stressed than we need to be when we get caught in some of our limiting cognitions. And then going into that, how to have or maintain optimal performance when you are going hard into the paint and creating and like building your business, and figuring out how to really hone your creativity that you have, and that skill of creativity to pivot to just make it through like this these moving pieces when it comes to the growth of yourself, the growth of your baby, the different milestones, the different changes, the growth of your business. So I am excited to share a bit more about that in the following videos and whatnot. If you are interested in that, like I'll leave a link below with more information. I could leave a link to a brochure if you do want to learn a bit more about like how that actually look. But going back to trying out the YouTube videos again, making time in the morning to actually get up. I want to work on fixing my sleep a bit. So that start would be, having a set, consistent time to wake up in the morning. And in the spirit of waking up in the morning, it can be hard, but let's kind of flow with that dopamine. Like I pressed snooze once this morning, but then the second time I woke up from my snoozy, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I had plans to make this body doubling video and to do the laundry. Okay, let's go. So let's do this. Yeah, body doubling. So if you're not familiar with that, you probably are if you've searched this, but if I bugged you and sent you this video. Studies show that people with ADHD can have more motivation to do some of the tasks that aren't high in driving that dopamine to get them in action, to be interested in finishing the task. So having somebody there with them can be helpful in getting that ball rolling. So yeah, I wonder, I was just thinking, I'm wondering if well, I know the fact that I wanted to do this and I was excited to do this got me up to do this, and now I'm gonna feel good because I done laundry, I'm up a little early and, you know, doing something fun, but then also was a little productive, so that'd be a good boost for my day. But I'm wondering if, I don't know, just looking at myself, is that like, or I am talking to you, even though I'm not like talking to you in real time on my end. You'll be listening on your end, but I don't know. It's working, I think. But yeah. I don't know about you, but like going back to, you know, having this plan of going on YouTube and announcing that this is something that I want to do regularly, and then not doing it, and then kind of like feeling that shame about it. I didn't feel it heavy with this because it's something that I was no stranger to before, and recognizing that, you know, things change and really flexing that growth mindset of, okay, well, what can we do differently? What is this teaching me? And how is this bringing me closer to, you know, a system that works for me and something that's actually serving me in a self-compassionate way? I was kind of excited to see that kind of fall through, because this is even cooler now, I feel. So I'm curious as to how those situations show up in your life, and are you being hard on yourself for things not quite going as planned, and rather than, you know, just marking it up as like a failure and then just burying it, we're not going to talk about that, you know, having that like shame response. How are you switching up the game? Right? I feel like that's an important thing to kind of like reflect on. And again, this is all like for yourself, right? Not for anybody else. So yeah, I feel like 2025 is definitely going to be a year of just trying things out full force, really, and seeing what lands and seeing what like learning lessons I can take from it. I was just checking to see if it was still filming, so I was having nightmares of like trying to film in the past, talking for 20 minutes, looking up. My phone was full at like the 1 minute mark. I was like, God. So yeah. I've got, what am I doing today? So Hanover's opened a new gym, Flex Gym. So they have a workshop today that kind of shows you how to use the different like strength training machinery. So I'm very excited to do that, because there's a time in my life where I faced my fear. I went out to the gym because I knew I wanted to lift weights. I wanted to gain some muscle. And it was so freaking liberating, just going in there and doing the scary thing and then just feeling the results, and, you know. But also there's a bit of that intimidation level about, you know, trying out all of the machines. Like, you know, I put myself out there and risked looking like a fool for certain things, and it worked out. But like, I want to utilize it all, so this would be a good opportunity to just go in there and see how everything's done. So I'm excited about that. I'd really love to add that back into my routine and try out new ways to like kind of keep up with that. So excited about that. I don't know. I love this because it's like, I don't know, just rambling. It's pretty much how my brain functions. I just ramble a bit, think of random thoughts. I am no stranger to silence. I don't find it awkward in the slightest. I know a lot of people do. So I think about them in that sense, but I'm good to just sit here and listen to nothing for a bit. Is it blurry? This is a I guess a trial video as well, because I was gifted with a new camera, but trying to figure out like the setup of it. See how the quality looks. I think it's pretty cool. I think it was just trying to focus there. And how are the kids doing? So the kids doing well. Lots of snow days, so it's odd. I don't really know what my JK is up to at school during those snow days. And just got through pretty much at the end of potty training my second, so no more diapers. Like, well, not as many. We've got pull-ups here and there, but it's weird, like you're kind of anticipating this day to come because it can be so much keeping up with the demands of an infant, of a young toddler, and then like the day finally comes where you're like, holy no more like, what do you mean? Why is she wearing underwear? She's just a baby. So it's very bittersweet, but it's yeah, it's a sweet way to start the new year. Just getting to know they're growing, they're meeting milestones at their own pace, developing little personality. They've always had those personalities, but like, I don't know, I just can't believe it. Yeah. And in thinking about, so going back to like the program and who would benefit from that hybrid program, and I say those in a postpartum period or those still affected by postpartum. So I definitely am on the, postpartum is forever train, but there are still particular transitions within postpartum that you're dealing with, even as they're like 2 years old, 3 years old, right? 4 years old, you're still, I'd argue you're still kind of getting back to like 3 years after, and how that looks and navigating those spaces. So like, if, still thinking about like the stories and the events that have happened in postpartum and processing that and figuring out how that fits into your future and where you want to go, and your change of values and your change of social circles since having a baby, like it all makes sense to, still feel like they're in the postpartum period, because it is postpartum, right? So still consider myself postpartum, but it has been interesting to feel a bit more like myself physically. And, you know, excited to go back to fitted sheet. Excited to go back to the gym, having that time to, I don't know. I just feel like 2025 is going to be a year of growth for sure. I'll that pause there, but maybe this would be a good time to wrap up the video. So I want to thank you for joining me. Let me know what you would like to talk about while you're folding laundry, whether that's just like random thoughts or actual themes. Let me know down in the comments below. And for the next video, we can kind of just dive right into that. But again, Happy New Year. I think this is going to be a year of growth, a year of folded laundry. And yeah, if you want to follow along at Care Cultivator, that's my Instagram, my basic Instagram that goes over, you know, shame-free mental health awareness for the postpartum period for moms, but particularly for dads as well, very overlooked. Or if you're interested to follow along in my program journey and to find more information on that program for postpartum entrepreneurial moms, you can follow Postpartumpreneur. So I'll have that below as well, but I am hoping you have a great day. Take care.